Hello YouTubes, Bob and Cheese again. I'm playing some Mardu Pyro. This is the list that I like right now. It's been obviously continuing to do well in Modern for a while. Gonna queue up a league and then start talking about it. Okay. So the main thing in this list that I have that's different than some of the other stock Mardu lists are these 4 Leyline of the Voids. And I really feel like Leyline of the Void is a criminally underplayed card in Modern right now. So you have Hollow One where it's great. You have KCI where it's great. You have the Mirror where it's great. And in all these matchups, it's just so much higher impact than any other sideboard card you can have. And that's what you really want in a matchup like this. Hey guys, thanks for the follows. Both Rick Astley and Rogue 0071. Other kind of interesting things. There's a basic planes in here. This, in an earlier league, was a Dragonskull Summit, but I felt like I just didn't have enough white sources. So if you look at the mana, there's 8 fetches, the Sacred Foundry, and this basic plains only makes 10. Nah, Rogue, I am actually a real person with real person features and normal hair and whatnot. But yeah, so I think the basic plains is just to get another white source in the deck. Makes you a bit better against Field of Ruin, and I've seen a lot of Jeskai and blue-white control in leagues lately, so we're going to give this a shot. This hand has no lands. This hand's really bad. I do not think this is a deck that mulligans well. I think in general you need a critical mass of spells to make any of your payoffs. Bedlam Reveler and Pyro worth it. So we're just gonna keep and hope we draw. We're gonna accidentally hit the mulligan button, so we're gonna keep this. Yeah, definitely should have kept that 6. Streaming is a competitive advantage and should be treated as such. If this is Dredge, we're just gonna concede. Oh, alright, it's not Dredge, which is unfortunate because it means you don't get to concede. But it is a matchup where Leyline will be good post board. Yeah, so basically here, what I need to do is run off a looting, and then use the looting to get to this Reveler, and then have the Reveler backfill me into basically back into card parity. There is a decent chance my opponent is just about to play a bunch of giant dudes and I die. That's only one giant dude. We have about one more chance where we can afford to brick. So if I hit a land next turn, the 6 would be good against this hand because I would have been able to terminate this, or I guess I would have had I don't know. I would have taken a decent amount of damage from this Flame Blade Adept, but I think I would have been okay. That's some sequencing. Yeah, so this is the green-red, more all-in Hollow One deck. It usually has ah, fuck. Alright. We keep sort of being in it, which is unfortunate. Alright, we're not in it. Good. We're done. Okay. So, yeah, this deck. Definitely want these. Definitely want these. And usually with this deck, when you board in stuff like this, you want to board out some other enchantments because you want to keep a critical mass of spells in your deck. I think Brutality is pretty poor. The 7 cards, we need to board out 2 more. I could board out the Lilianas, but I think just every piece of large removal is really valuable here. So definitely boarding in these. And I think the remaining trims are... I actually want these because I think they might have Leyline, and if not, it kills Hollow One. At which point, maybe something like this. Seems okay. I think I want the Thoughtseize more. I think Thoughtseizing one of their early... Like, basically, this deck has so few cards that actually matter that just being able to get one of them, and Hollow One is one of them, is super big game. So, yeah, this hand is good. So, I'm going to keep it. Also, Rogue, that was my first quote. This is the first quote for the entire stream. So, that's pretty exciting. Okay. God, this is not good. It is possible I should have taken the Faithless Looting there, but that feels like I'm asking for too many things to go right. Yeah. And now, like, I don't know. He has to loot into a he has to loot into a Street Wraith, which would not be super surprised if he had, based on the fact that he went for the looting here anyways, but it is worth thinking about. Phoenix Mire. Yeah, so he's going to play this. Yep. Huh, that's not very good. Luckily, one of the great things about this deck is we can discard cards like that to our Faithless Looting. Right on time. Was that my first draw? Yeah, that was my first draw. Next card. Okay. Okay. He has not discarded these cards, but I think it's weird. Whatever. We're going to take 6 here. And so basically the plan at this point is to race him. He doesn't have a ton going on. Oh, right. Right, this is in my deck. The plan here is to cast Ensnaring Bridge. And then just auto-win because of that. So we're just gonna do that. It has been a bit since I played this deck. I forgot that we added this card. So definitely just wanna run that out. At this point, Pyromancer's not blocking, so he's gonna get in there. And so an interesting thing about this matchup is they definitely have it in their deck. I expect it more post-board. I've also seen Destructive Revelry in this deck, but I know 2 of his 3 cards in hand. So if he has it, you know he has it. I want to get this down because if I just like Faithless Looting, I don't hit anything good, then I'll have to use so much of my mana on my next turn to cast this Ensnaring Bridge. Put a Vengefine in the bin. Discards the Wooded Foothills. I don't think so. Mostly because I think we need to stop taking damage from this thing. Woof. You red mana. Get this one. All right. So now we hope. And also, even if they blow up this Ensnaring Bridge, it's not the end of the world. It's still obviously not good, but I think running out this bridge, like in my experience, a lot of the matchups. Okay, he's got rid of this. It makes me think he does have it. No, Lightning Axe, discarding Bushwhacker. Okay, all right. He doesn't have anything. Yep, we're gonna be able to empty our hand this turn, unless we draw something really weird. Yeah. We'll have one card, but I don't think that's a huge deal. And I think we keep this card in hand because I want to be able to pitch it to Faithless Looting in case we draw something better on our next turn. So we only have like 2 spells. We have 2 spells in the yard. I'm through 20 cards and have cast 2 spells. I guess 3 spells if you count this Faithless Looting. Our opponent is discarding lands. So this is interesting. So we're definitely discarding Thoughtseize. And I think we have to discard one of these two. The question is which one? I think it's actually Pyromancer. So yeah. Yeah, that's basically the plan. I can kill Hollow One and Flameblade Adept, and then I have a reasonable chance of being able to attack in. Our opponent is cycling Hollowed One, a powerful line. Okay, so with that draw... Alright, so now the plan is basically we're going to K-command this Hollow One and this Flamewake Phoenix, and then we're going to start beating in with the Spirits. And probably these Elementals too, just because there's so many of them. And even if this... Now, and so, like, this is sort of the idea with the bridge, right? Is in a matchup like this... The bridge made the game go so long, and my deck is so much better set up for the long game that it doesn't actually matter if they kill the bridge. Now, like, they have to kill the bridge and bring back the Vengevine to even have a chance of doing anything. Which, obviously, they do. That is within the range. But I think I'll be okay. Our opponent is also through half their deck, so they have all 4 Vengevines in the yard. That's a lot of Vengevines. Alright, so an important thing to remember here. Shatter, deal 2. An important thing to remember here is you can only attack if you have a card in hand. And that is something I mess up far too frequently. But it is important. And now we're going to get in for 8 here. Yeah. So get in for 8. Now I can't imagine any draw that gets them back into this game. I'm gonna do this. I basically just want the trigger, and maybe I'll mill something sweet. Did not mill anything sweet, but that's okay. Rar. Alright, so now he has 4 blockers. I'm hitting for way more than necessary. We can even do this for the lulz. Alright, sweet. Did I board correctly? I think on the draw, Thoughtseize gets a lot worse, and Fatal Push gets a lot better. So we're going to do that. Also, this deck has the Bushwhacker Burning Tree Emissary package, and Push lets us stave off a bit of that, which is also the plan that's going to be most effective if we're able to open one of these Leyline of the Voids. So. I think this hand is going to lose to my opponent playing a 4/4 on turn 2. That is the feeling I get. They're just gonna play a 4/4 and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna send it back. Alright, this hand's also good. Keep this. Fatal Push. I think that's okay. Oh my god. Okay. So... Oh, they didn't have second land. Interesting. We're gonna take this. This was... this was a man's keep. It was also a keep that probably would have beaten our double Leyline, so I feel pretty good about that. But let it be said that our opponent is not a coward. This hand was really bad. I don't know what they were. Like, even this is just only okay. Ooh, that's a lot better. Well, kind of. Ooh, double bench fine. Alright, they have another emissary? Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna hide. We're gonna hide from the spooky Vengevines. Because they're spooky. So I know my opponent has Burning Tree Emissary, Flameblade Adept, Flamewake Phoenix, and a Spooker. Don't know what that last card is. Okay. If they have an Ancient Grudge as their last card, I'm probably just going to eat it. But if they don't, I think I'm in pretty good position. Okay, sweet. Yep. I will take 2. I really want to get under 2 cards in my hand, so I'm just gonna lead off with this. Possibly just discarding this Souls. Possibly discarding this card and this card. Yeah, so I think I should have actually Faithless off this, because now this has to get planes. I don't really want to get planes, but it is alright. Probably put a birdo in the yard. Honestly, the birds are the hardest thing to deal with when you're on this plan, just because they can't attack, right? So then they have to sit there and block your spirits, and you're just trying to get in, you're just trying to live your best life. All right, just gonna run out more spirits. Oh god, this card, chat. This Magic the Gathering card is the truth. It is much better. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Chat, they're coming for me. They're coming. I'm not actually that scared. I think we got ahead enough that it won't be a super big deal. It does make the adept really big, but I'll probably just like kill that with push. Maybe I'll kill Vengevine with push. What is a single green mana? Oh, sure. So if we only had one Vengevine, I'd be killing it with the push here to stop him from... That's interesting. I think it's pretty unlikely my opponent's able to cast 2 spells to get this Vengevine back. So we're gonna kill it. We had Revolt because they killed our bridge. Yeah, this just isn't. I guess this could be like a bolt, and you could save one of these things. I don't know if I care about that though. I think I'd rather him just not be bolting my Young Pyromancer, which he might do. He might bolt the Pyromancer. Would not be surprised if this card was Lightning Bolt. I don't know what it could. Oh, maybe it's like a Hooting Mandrills. That's something it could be. That's actually really scary. Because that is a lot of yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. This is how much mana? 2 mana. Okay. So this goes in front of this. What if I do this? Then Elemental chumps Vengevine. I trade. I guess not even, yeah. I think 10 is enough life, and I have enough just like residual. Like he can't attack with this Burning Tree really, because I can just like eat it. This is also good for me because it just limits the amount of mana he has access to, right? And he already needs to use 1 to buy back this Flamewake Phoenix. That's a Vengevine, which could be spooky. No, wait, he already had the Vengevine. He just discarded nonsense. Okay. We can beat nonsense. That's fine. Yeah, I'm basically not scared of any of these cards that aren't Hooting Mandrills. Okay. So with that attack, what happens if I do... If I do this, I take 1. That seems good. Take 1, keep my Reveler. Which can, on a future turn, trade with this Vengevine. Fetch a red source with this. That would have been a much trickier decision had I not had this other Pyromancer in hand. So I'm not really worried about my spell count here because of this Pyromancer. Playing out this Pyromancer. Loot. There's no white card in my deck for over 3 CMC. So yeah, he only has 1 card in hand, so I don't think he can do anything. I think he's just gonna lose. I have 5 blockers. He has 2 attackers. We're blocking everything. Yep, got there. Leyline. So the important takeaway from that match is that Leyline is overpowered because you saw I boarded in 4, and then I immediately won the match afterwards. So Leyline definitely where you want to be. Sounds okay, I think. It's not super exciting. You definitely want a payoff. Basically, you want a threat. You want either Lingering Souls, Young Pyromancer. Oh, sounds pretty good in this matchup though. Blood Moon. Blood Moon is not super good, but that's okay. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you just like play Blood Moon and they don't have any red mana, and then you win. Also, Collective Brutality is very good in this matchup. Almost makes me not want to bolt that, but we're going to bolt it anyway. Oh, this deck. Okay. Blood Moon is much worse against this deck, so we're going to discard it. We'll just go all 3. Discard Blood Moon, discard... we can discard this. Alright, so we did not hit. It's possible. I didn't need to check for a spell. It was pretty unlikely they'd have a spell. Goblin Guide, sure. But with getting this, it doesn't actually matter. This is the new one. Okay. Most burst damage, it involves Burning Tree Emissary, so we're gonna get that one. This spell, this is earmarked to get a white source. Yep. Does it have haste? Yeah. think I'm just like most scared of this War Marshal. Because it puts out multiple bodies. I don't think I'm going to kill this Firebrand. I will kill a Legion Loyalist because it's very good against one of our best cards. Yep. Which is Lingering Souls here. And now all we need is to find a Bedlam Reveler. And I think to that effect, I'm just going to... I know this is getting planes. Yeah, we'll go for this. So those obviously did not go well for me. I would have rather they knock on like that, but I had no way of using my mana that turn, and I have 7 remaining spells. I think 7 is possible. Yeah, 7 remaining spells in my deck that have flashback. So just the chance of spiking one of them made that play worth it in my opinion. We're going to take a Goblin Grenade because that's a spooky amount of damage. No! The 1/1s! There's so many! How can we ever win? We're just not gonna draw a threat and die. I have read this book before. He's just not gonna hit a second land. It's now turn 8. He's just chugging along. Okay, that is worth something. I'm feeling a little foolish for burning my bolt there, because this Grim Lavamancer is going to be very good. Alright, I know it's 3 cards. Yeah, so this thing can only exile goblins, right? Sacrifice a goblin. Okay. So... yeah, definitely not in the best spot. Looting. I think I hold the looting. I think I just really need this looting to kill something, to draw me into a removal spell for this Grim Lavamancer in order to win the game. Here this sort of opens me up to a crackback, but only if his Grim Lavamancer is shooting down my spirits, and I sort of expect his Grim Lavamancer to be going at my face. Yeah. That is what I expected. Yeah. This is not good. That is very good. I think actually the gain 2 life is better than killing a Lavamancer. So let's map this out, right? So I go drain 2, put him to 12, hit him for 4. Yeah, no, it's not better than killing the Lavamancer. That's just nonsense. So 2 modes, dupe. Instant sorcery, kill whatever this Lavamancer. Discard this thing. Swallowing at my face. Alright, so my opponent plays a single haste threat. I want to be able to block it plus the Firebrand, so I attack like this. I guess with this haste as Bushwhacker, you could all stack with the Grim Lava Man, but that seems exceedingly loose on my opponent's part. Yeah, so I would have been dead to that Goblin Grenade this turn if I had not drawn that Brutality. Still a good chance I'm dead anyway, but we'll keep battling. Liliana of the Veil. Yeah, I think this is worth it. Like, it ends up saving me life, and it means I can attack much more liberally. Yep. Now, what if I attack with all? If I think he bricked, then it's bad to attack with all. I should leave one back. Alright, he can play a Reckless Bushwhacker. If he has like Burning Emissary, I'm not sure which one of these he drew. He must have drawn. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird to me. Okay, I guess I'm dead. I'm not sure which one of those he drew. I feel like whichever one he drew, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that. Whatever. We'll do that. Let's see. So cards that are bad. Thoughtseize is bad. Blood Moon is unplayable. His hand is this board is not super well configured. Kambal is a creature. Thoughtseize is a spell. So we're going to keep it in here. I feel like Bridge is just going to be too slow to meaningfully interact with what they're doing. Yeah, this seems fine. I think Kambal is pretty mediocre, but he at least blocks their guys, so I think that's worth. I'm going to keep this. I think on this turn one, rather than using my mana to Faithless Loot, I'm going to use my mana. It does do that, yeah. I think it has some application. Yes, this is a guy. Sacred Foundry. So now the question is, do I Pyromancer or do I Brutality? I think it's better to Pyromancer. And I think... So if I want Pyromancer, I want this. So yeah, I think I'm just going to triple kick it again. Ended up getting a little punished for that last time, but... Yep. I just think Goblin Guide's so... Or not Goblin Guide, but... Oh god, what card am I thinking of? Goblin Grenade is so important. Bolt. Bolt is exactly what we want here. If my opponent does not run out this Lava Man and kick a Bushwhacker, I'm going to Bolt the Goblin Guide. If he does run out Lava Man and kick a Bushwhacker... Oh, that's unfortunate. Well... Did not think about that, but we definitely need to... We definitely just, like, need to get these triggers. Can't just be taking infinite damage here. There's no world in which I kill this Firebrand, so this is fine. Like, now my opponent... Ooh, that's a good draw. Did they? They Tarned. Okay. Yeah, so I know they have Mountain left in hand. This is still alright for me. I'm going to trade with the Lava Man if he offers it, obviously. Going to trade with Bushwhacker if he doesn't. If he just sends Burning Tree, I'll probably leave the Elemental at home. Yeah, I think I can go to 13 here with him having a land in hand. Get to discard this Thoughtseize. And sure. What the? I thought he had a mountain in hand. Well, I guess he did not have a mountain in hand. This is not good. This is very not good. This might be the end, chat. We're just gonna triple block this. He can Grim Lava Man one down. That's fine. It's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen regardless, right? Like, so as long as that anything but the 2 block is fine. Yeah, the Spirits being flying isn't super relevant here. Wear Tear will be in my board, or will be in my deck post board if we make it to a game 3. It's definitely better than Thoughtseize. I did not realize they'd have this card. Inquisition will be decent next turn. For now, Liliana is very expensive, so I'm going to try to... And by this actually might not even be good next turn. He's going to draw 3 cards. Like three's a lot. But worst case, I get to flashback Looting next turn and discard it. Yep. So 3 cards in hand. Maybe they're all this guy. Maybe they're all Reckless Bushwhacker. They're not all Reckless Bushwhacker. Worth noting that having extra land here would be pretty good, and that's what we gave up in order to spot check for the instant or sorcery here. Yeah. Lily was good though. She did what I wanted her to do in this matchup. So what does this do? If right source would do damage to a permanent or player. Good lord. Alright, let's see what's up. This damage up +2. Oh my god. So I'm actually just dead to this, right? He can do, yeah. I think I'm dead to both of these, because he's gonna. But I think I'm. There is a small possibility that I'm able to get rid of this Goblin grenade in such a way that allows me to win the game. So he's going to deal me 4... Oh, he has 8. Never mind. I'm dead. It just didn't matter. Alright. Goblins is secret tier 0. I don't care what anybody says. I basically never beat goblins. And I think that's because I don't play enough decks with large creatures. Like, I don't know how this deck ever beats Tarmogoyf, but it is unbeatable to me. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. That sounds very good. Okay, against Flooded Strand, I want to discard this bolt. And I want to discard I think I want to discard Reveler with the idea that I can hopefully K-command the Reveler back when I want access to that effect. Well, it's not clinking up my hand early. I don't know what my opponent is on. I thought I did, but I do not. It's possible they're on some kind of Esper nonsense strat, which I think this hand is pretty good against. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out what is going on. Okay. So it is Esper. Fuck. How am I gonna beat this? What is the plan here? I'm wishing I discarded this Lily. This Lily is much worse against this nonsense. I don't think Path does anything. I think the front half of the Lingering Souls is more valuable here. She's gonna flash in a Rattle Chains, put a Curious Obsession on it. Possible that this wasn't correct because it means that he can now cast that this turn. Yeah. Okay. That's a good draw. I don't really want to risk the backup Rattle Chain, so I definitely want to kill this turn. The question is what to do with this K-command. And I think it's just... 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 I think it's just buy back Reveler. Reveler is 4 mana right now. Or once I've resolved this K command. No, I think I'm going to make him discard, actually. Discard a card, 2 damage to any target. I think the Phantasmal always makes me really think that the Reveler is not where I want to be in this matchup. What do you discard? Discard Marsh Flats. Okay, so I know he has these 3 cards. Plus basic planes. I don't... What am I missing? Oh, I must have already played this island. Okay, so he has these cards. Yeah, so making him discard this has ended up being pretty punishing. So now I need to kill this, or I basically just lose the game on the spot. Next turn, however, I can go Souls, Flashback Souls, which should put me in a pretty good position. Hopefully he doesn't have anything stupid like a Geist. Alright, he doesn't. So the land my opponent discarded didn't end up being particularly relevant, but I think my opponent having a bunch of lands is also the kind of game I'm able to win in this position. So I still feel good about that play. And now for the greatest show of strength you've ever seen. Liliana is going to kill a spirit. There's a very real chance this Pyromancer or this Fatal Push is going to kill a second spirit. But I think it's just important to start... Actually, it's probably not. I'm probably just going to let the Lily die, actually. I think I want to be trading damage here. And mostly I just want to be making his Phantasmal image really bad. Yeah, so he's going to play this. And then I'm able to do this. And this is just pretty bad for my opponent. Now he has an image that gets to be a phantom. I don't think I actually care about this getting path, which is why I'm going to play it before the Inquisition. If basically the tokens aren't super relevant, because my opponent has... Yeah. Alright, so opponent has nothing... I'm not taking... I don't... If my opponent has anything, I'm not taking this path, because that's the ones on the ground are not what is going to determine this game. Yeah, we're gonna block that. I think it would have been right to it. I guess it might have been right to attack with this as well. I'm not sure what I do if he does that. Alright. So this deck has a very hard time dealing with Lingering Souls unless you are fortunate enough to draw your own souls, and then you can just kind of fight along that axis. Alright. So Bant Spirits is a deck where I think Brutality is good, for sure. I think Liliana of the Veil is pretty poor. I think Blood Moon, they're a 3-color deck where none of the colors are red, so I think that's definitely something I want in this matchup. I could bring in the rest of this sideboard is pretty low impact, and I think that's okay. So it's going to look like, you know, oh, there's not enough cards. I'm going to keep one Lily. There's not enough cards for this matchup. And I think That's less there's not enough cards for this matchup, and more this kind of matchup is just very good for this deck. When your opponent is just playing a bunch of small creatures, that is exactly what you want to be playing against, so there's no worries there. Oh, they have Aether Vial. Okay. This means I want Shatter if I'm on this plan. Definitely want Shatter. Holy junk. Okay. All right. Yeah, this might be really rough for me. Yep. I think I have to hope that this Blood Moon locks out the game. Or at least slows it down enough that he can't... Oh, wait. He can't even cast back half of Spirits. God bless. Okay. Alright, well... Now hopefully he just can't cast any 2-drops anymore. Like, I still have K-Command for this. We're not in the worst spot. Okay. That's obviously good. Don't really need to worry about spot checking here. He doesn't have any manas. This is probably a Dragonskull. I don't really care. So I just want to bolt the Dragonskull. Oh, it's this. Okay. I guess if he had a Dragonskull, he probably would have played it out main phase. I don't think there's a ton of value in just getting cute. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to try to race here. I don't think these lands are particularly relevant. And I don't think spells in hand are particularly relevant because I don't think he'll be able to cast any. I think there's a chance I draw this basic plains and these Lingering Souls are very good. I think my opponent has another 2-3. I'm going to be in a pretty rough spot. This makes me think there is no way he has another 2-3 because he definitely would have spot checked there. Yeah, here I'm just gonna take the info. I think Selfless Spirit is a more worrisome card. Yeah, so he had the Vial, but luckily for me, he did not have... He was only able to cast one spell. Basically, he locked himself out of his 2s. And so we were able to get a win there. This hand is great. This hand is very good. One of the things I really like about Brutality is it's sort of an inefficient card, but if you draw too many of them, you can just discard the first one to the second one. So it's hard to be too punished. This is... Okay, so basically here, I just need my opponent to not hit 4 lands into what did he do? He put 2 cards on top. It's possible those are both lands. I'm going to hope they're both lands. I'm going to play like they're both lands. One of them was a land. Cast this for 2 modes. Because I want to be able to flashback this Lingering Souls in case I break on a land next turn. Just Spell Snare is his last card. That's going to be super brutal. I guess it's not that brutal. I wanted this in the graveyard anyway, but it's not going to feel good. Spell Snare. No, don't do it. It might be an opt. He's taking on it like it's an opt. Because I feel like if it was a Spell Snare, he'd just be snapping it off here. Yeah, it was an opt. Okay, we're going to take the opt because we have a backup. Because we have backup, basically. Flooded Strand, sure. And we are doing the life thing because these cards that we're discarding are just not good cards. Our opponent has a Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is pretty spooky, but I think we can overcome. Yep. Yeah, so they're basically just digging for a sweeper. The way it's set up right now, if I top deck a Bolt, I can kill my opponent. I cast this. Path Jace. Take the Jace. If I had not been able to take the second Jace out of their hand, I think I was just going to go face and hope they didn't have it. Because I was able to take the Jace out of their hand, so this is 3 Jace, yeah. I think it is worth splitting the difference here because they basically can't do anything. And this is also dead because I know one of their cards is a Colonnade. I guess they could draw Path. They could have drawn Path off this draw. There's some rule for Young Pyromancer on this draw step into a Wrath on the following turn, but I think the window is shutting on them pretty hard. If they path my Young Pyromancer, I am... Oh, this is good. Oh, never mind. What do they put on top? Target player gains 4 life. Sure. I think the only way I lose here is to Wrath after I've already extended Lingering Souls. So I think I'm going to not do that. They need to have 2 pieces of removal here in order to not die. Now they have the Terminus. No. They just believed. I can appreciate someone who believes. I guess another Blessed Alliance or like a Snap Blessed Alliance. No, he doesn't have it. Okay. Sideboard in this matchup. I think Kambal is cute but ultimately bad. I think this is also kind of cute but bad. I think these are very good. I think these in conjunction with Blood Moon are how you win most of your games. I think Fatal Push some nonsense. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Maple Syrup. How you doing today? Brutality is obviously good. Dreadbore is probably fine. kind of just want to run it like this. I'm doing pretty well. We have died to goblins last round because goblins is an unbeatable winning machine. But besides that, we're doing pretty well. Maybe we want these Kambals. I do like Kambal. Don't think I actually like Lily. I think Lily is much better against like Jeskai, but blue-white, all they really need is like 4 lands and a sweeper. That's just the whole plan. So Lily getting rid of like the extra cards isn't super impactful. This is gonna fetch a dual land. Life total isn't a huge deal here, and I want to make sure that I'm not stuck here with this Reveler unable to cast it. Negate is some nonsense. Well, the first game they just kind of like played one guy at a time until I died. So that was kind of unfortunate. I don't think I care about this negate at all. Yeah. But I do care about Timely. So they like never had a second land, and they just like played a 1/1, and then eventually stuck a Grim Lava Man and just killed me with it. So that wasn't too fun. What I really like about this deck in this matchup is that all of your threats are go wide threats, which is pretty powerful against this deck. If he negates this, I'll be really sad, but I would be shocked if he negates it. I can't cast this. That was likely wrong. My opponent is probably going to field me, and then I have a white source for this Kambal. I guess they're not going to field me because I'm going to... Ooh, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, opponent. They are clicking themselves, okay? They are clicking their own negate. They realize that negate is bad. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I can appreciate someone who realizes that their plan is bad and then changes their plan. So here they can play Jace. But Jace does not get to live. Basically no matter what they do. So I expect them to brainstorm with Jace anyways. Yeah. So when Jace is in a very precarious position, you just want to get that +1 card. You want to get the +1 card. Hopefully he puts a Wrath on top of his deck is pretty much what he's hoping for here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. On my turn, I'm definitely gonna kill this. God, okay, we're just gonna get rid of that. Maybe just like all 3 modes. Then if he plays a Wrath, I have Bedlam to gas back up, or maybe just 2 modes. Yeah, we'll just do 2 modes. Yeah, then I can still cast. Yeah, so we'll go -2, -2. Oh, no. 2 modes, kill a thing, discard a thing. Discard this card I can't cast. Opt Path. Path is definitely better than Opt. So, yep. Jace down. This makes me feel like my opponent does not have a Terminus in the... No. If they swing with Click, like they put me to 12, which does not matter for their game plan, and also then Jace dies too. It like doesn't matter what I have. Jace dies regardless. And I don't think that's where you want to be. We're gonna spot check. Good spot check. Gonna cast this. We lose out on our K command value, which is very, very sad. But I think you need a little bit more pressure. I don't think just three elementals are gonna get the job done. All right, so he can animate his colonnade now. Yep. I don't think I want to flash back the other souls here again. I think I can play around a sweeper. A sweeper. Pretty much against this deck from any position, all we really care about is getting swept and losing the game because of that. We'll cast this spell. Because our board is so wide, like none of his other threats really do anything. So we're just trying not to get all our stuff died. Basically, we're making sure we don't get put in a position where all our stuff is dead and now we don't have anything to rebuild with. So at least here, if he had ripped the sweeper the last turn, would have been bad for us, but we would have had something we could do. Yeah. I don't think I do that this turn. So now he's dead to a burn. I don't think we need to do anything risky and pull a trigger just yet. Now he's, yeah. So that means fire this off. He might have a cryptic command here, so we want to attack first and make sure that he cannot tap our dudes and counter our spell. All right, going well. 3-1. Goblins still unbeatable, but besides that, deck is doing pretty well. Before this, I had played about 4 matches. Let me see. Is it over here? 4 leagues? Yeah. So I played 4 leagues with the Abzan Traverse deck before playing this, and these are my records. This one was on stream, and these are my other ones. And basically, I went 0-6 versus Cryptic Command and 11-1 versus things that did not have Cryptic Command. So this is Jeskai and Blue Eye Control. And that deck, you just can't ever beat a Planeswalker because like they play the Walker, they like bounce your Goyf or something, and then their Planeswalkers at like 2 loyalty, but you have no way of finishing it off. And then you like redeploy, but then they draw some cards, and then they wrath your board, and they just it's so playing something with this card. This card is a very powerful Magic the Gathering card. There are definitely matchups where I would want to hold up Bolt in this position. I don't know if this is one of them, and so and against the matches where I do want to hold up Bolt, I don't want to take 2 damage. So I think it's pretty safe tap here. I played the no ban list Modern Open at the Invitational whenever that was, like a month ago, and I played no ban list Shadow in that event. Ended up getting 32nd for that sweet min cash. And so I have a bit of experience. I have a bit of experience with it in Modern 2. I don't love it in Modern. I think the deck is pretty high variance in my experience because you really need to be able to get on the board very fast in order to leverage your large creatures into card advantage. But I mean, I definitely think it's a good deck. I think we're probably playing against it right now. I think I'm going to lose my Liliana of the Veil, and it's going to make me very, very sad. Just the most sad. This card is very good. Why asking, Moots? Do you have like an event you're looking to go to with the deck, or you just think it's cool? That was a weird take. Collective Brutality feels like a really weird take to me. What does taking Brutality mean? What are their... I guess it could mean they're afraid of this Pyromancer and they don't want me... It could mean they're afraid of the Pyromancer and they don't want me to take the removal spell before I play it. It could mean they're going to jam a Shadow and want to have up the... Or like they think they can just stub this. It could be they have multiple follow-up discard spells, so they did it. Yeah, that could also be it. I like Mardu a lot. Mardu... Dude, thanks, Quest Stuff. If you're enjoying the stream, you should leave a follow so that you can see next time I'm online. Because then I get to, oh my god. All right. New plan. New plan is to do this and then just like have both of us fumble around and not do anything. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, so that is the new plan. So this was a good land. This was a very good land because it means I can play this and I can do this. And I'm like 90% sure he's a stubborn denial here. Yeah. And I did not want him to stub my... That's fine. Oh, well, dang it. All right. Thanks anyway. All the rest of y'all should follow because I get affiliate if I have 50 followers. I think I have like 47 right now. So that'd be very appreciated. But to go back to what Moose was saying about Death Shadow, I think I basically agree. There are a lot of games where you just like do a bunch of stuff and then you Thoughtseize and then you're at 10 and then they fatal push your first threat and you just like draw air for the next 5 to 10 minutes and then you die. And those games aren't as great. Not a huge fan of that, obviously. Oh no. Oh no. No. Well, this Blood Moon had its time in the sun, which is if I had drawn it when I had 2 lands and then also cheated to draw a 3rd land, it would have been great. But yeah, I think switching to Mardu... Mardu is my favorite deck in Modern right now. I love it a bunch. It is the deck I most enjoy in paper. Although I need to buy bridges for my paper version. I do not have those, and the deck is much less good without them. I think they're very important in a number of like pretty bad matchups. Just because like you can't put like 4 Terminates in your deck. It's just not it's not a cohesive plan. This opponent is a man. They are a man who wants to get to a low life total. It's also possible they are a man who does not have a Death Shadow. And it is also possible they are a man who is going to die to my spirits. Yeah. So they're super expensive. Also, I decided that the invitational was me like kind of getting back into paper Magic, and so I decided I was just going to to limit my spending in Paper Magic by only buying cards that I could find in person. And bridges just do not exist in the local Baltimore Magic scene. Or at least they don't exist in places where it's easy for me to find them. Alright, I actually don't think Blood Moon is very good. Maybe one Blood Moon is good. Maybe we just, like, get them. I think one Blood Moon is the perfect number. Our opponent will probably play around it, but I don't really like any of these other cards. Bridge could be okay, but I don't know. They have, like, so much discard, and then, yeah, I think Bridge is bad. There's so much discard. They have, like, K commands already. This card gets much worse when your opponent is main decking answers to it. It's very good when your opponent is just completely cold. Like they're playing Hollow One, or I guess Hollow One isn't completely cold. They can have like Ancient Grudge, but them boarding in, it's good in decks where if they slow down, you become very far ahead. And while I think that's true to an extent in this deck, I definitely think I want my opponent to slow down. I don't think it's that pronounced in the matchup. I think they can, they can play Liliana of the Veil. They can play like creatures that are gigantic and easily win on turn, 15, 20. And we're cutting these because they don't kill anything, and we already have all this discard, which I think is necessary. I think a real turning point I had when I was playing against the Death Shadow deck was realizing that you just really want discard against them, because if they play their first threat on turn 3 or 4 and you're playing a more controlling deck, you just have a lot more game. This hand is crap. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to mull this one. Which is sad. You never want to mull versus the first... Oh my god. This hand is like... This is going on the bottom. I forgot I had this. I always forget I have these. So Leyline. The only threat in their deck now is Shadow. And I think that's a pretty good place to be. They have actual no way of getting this off the table. I expect this Pyromancer to just not be a card, but that's okay. Yeah. So what this really needs is Red Brainstorm. Obviously, it's basically the cards you want in every matchup. Yeah, they're just gonna try to get there. Oh, they milled me. They milled me. Okay. Don't do that. Milling me is not a good plan. I have Lingering Souls, Faithless Looting, Bedlam Reveler. Milling me is not good. That's not how you want to approach things. I have K command. Like, that's just some nonsense. Opponent's making nonsense plays. I hope they do it again. Is this Dismember? Alright, alright. Picking up what you're putting down, opponent. They are going hard for that Shadow. Yeah, it's for both Delve Threats and Snapcaster. Like, basically, playing this, the only card in their deck is Death Shadow. Now, in this game, they drew 2 Death Shadows, and the rest of my hand was crap. So it is not looking particularly good. But I think that's a little result oriented, if that means you don't want to play the card. Okay. If my opponent takes any damage, I'm bolting their face with this K command. Yeah. We're definitely rebuying Pyro. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize means we're dead. Yeah. If my opponent plays this correctly, we cannot win this game. They can take my lightning bolt, fetch shock down to 3. Yeah, and then hit me for 20. Hit me for 20. Yeah, so obviously they're gonna, yeah. Obviously our hand did not come together against what they specifically had going on, but I still think Leyline's good. Bridge is probably good. Boarding this out's probably nonsense. We're gonna put these in here. No, we're not. We're just gonna try to get him. We're just gonna try to get him with Blood Moon. Fuck. No, we're not. We're gonna get him with the one of Bridge. All right. The one of Bridge is the new tech. You can also see cutting these. This is like pretty low impact too. We'll do this. The 3 of Bridge. 3 of Bridge is the new tech. God, this is so much better than a K command. I'm a genius. I'm a delayed genius because I would have won last game if I had boarded this in. But I'm a genius when it counts. That's probably good. Just like having threats. My opponent has a basic island. I believe. I believe in mana screwing the opponent with the basic island. Well, basic island means that there's a decent chance they just like never cast a spell. So that is what I'm hoping on. I'm hoping I just actually kill them with this Young Pyromancer. I don't actually care if this gets stubbed. I'd be shocked if he doesn't stub it. Like he's so constrained on mana. But if he does, then this bridge is much better later. And we are going to do the Mardu rushdown. All right, so it is turn 3. Let's see how long it takes for me to kill my opponent with this Young Pyromancer. All right, so turn 3 we got him to 16. They did 2 to themselves with Street Wraith. We're going to try to close it out from here. So this is going to be 5, put him to 11. Did he do it to me again? I don't know what is wrong with these people. I just like like 1, he has Gurmag Angler in his deck. 2, I have Lingering Souls in my deck. I don't understand why he keeps Thought Scouring me. It does not seem strong. Because I do this land, I'm not going to bolt now. We can afford to hold and see what our opponent's going to do. If I had not drawn the land, I would have just sent it upstairs because I don't want it to get stubbed. Although I probably don't care if it gets stubbed, honestly. I don't even know what he could have here. I don't. Yeah. I think we Thought Scoured and it paid off. or took the Thought Scour and it paid off, which it never pays off. So clearly streaming is overpowered because it never pays off. Yeah. Get in there. Yeah, man. 4-1 hype. 4-1 hype. So there's like a lot of jokes about like Twitch chat being a competitive advantage or like making you better because they like show you all the lines. And I think that's nonsense because like Twitch chat in general, like collectively some of the people in Twitch chat have an understanding of the matchup and can sometimes provide good lines, but mostly just a lot of nonsense. But I do think there is a pretty big advantage to just being in a space where you're trying to explain everything you're doing. Because I definitely noticed an uptick in my personal play since I decided to start streaming. All right. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. There was a split second where I wanted to play the bridge first to show them that I still had all these, and that would have been poor. Do not play your bridge when it's the last card in your hand before you attack. In general, you don't want to play a bunch of spells before you attack. You want to attack first, but the F6 value is strong, and there was a strong drive inside me to mess that up. So we got these sweet chests. We have sweet limited chests. All right. It's like 8 o'clock. I probably have time to run back another league. Yeah. Well, we will run it back. Run it back with the Mardu, with our play points. All right, so question for the chat. So currently my webcam is like over here, which is in front of my side monitor that has like you guys and my OBS on it. And previously it was over here, which is directly facing me and is like in front of it's like my main screen where I play Magic on. And I think by watching other streamers that it looks better when it's over the chat, because then when I'm talking to chat, I'm looking at chat, and when I'm like playing the game, it's not as weird that I'm not looking at the camera or near the camera. I guess I'm actually looking down here and the camera's up there. What do you guys think? Do you think it's better like where it is right now, over the chat, or over the game monitor? Chat has no opinions. Just nobody in chat cares. All right, well, we'll play Magic, I guess. I guess that is what y'all are here for. It's for the Magic the Gathering content. If everyone who's watching is enjoying the stream, please, I would really appreciate it if you would send me a follow. It is free for you, and it helps me become an affiliate. I think the current name was better. Yeah, it definitely depends on how much chat interaction occurs, but I don't I basically just don't think it looks weird if I'm playing a game and not looking at the chat, but I think it's weird if I'm talking to chat and reading chat and looking away from chat. You have confirmed what I thought, so we're just gonna go with it. Hey Anoronix, how's it going? What's he doing? Oh no! Oh no! I only have 3 Pyromancers. Really, he's probably just going to, like, take this push and then play a Goyf, and then I'm going to die to it. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, God. That is a show of weakness from our Mr. Black-Green X opponent. I'm assuming he's on the Abzan Traverse list. I'm assuming he's on some derivative of this nonsense. The bots did not take this Grizzly Salvage for some reason. Dude, I'm blasting in your truck. That's pretty hot. This seems terrible. It just dies. Now I can play this other one. Oh no. Alright, so if it's gonna kill my... I mean, okay. We'll play this tapped. It is unfortunate that we did not draw a white source. This is why there's basic planes in the deck, because the 10 white sources is not a lot. And most of the time it does not matter. Lingering Souls is basically like very heavily... Oh, well, that should have been... Oh, we're going to kill this now. That should have been done at the end of my turn. I think Brutality is pretty weak. I think Inquisition has a much higher upside. But I think there's a decent chance I just want to discard it. Maybe play like a Battle Cattle. Not a Battle Cattle. This would have gone really well with that other Brutality. Interesting. So I think here I just want to spot check. Might have a path. This is the tank of a man who has a path to exile. Probably should have attacked. Yeah, probably should have attacked first. Alright, hopefully that 1 point doesn't matter. If like there's no reason I'm staying back. Oh no. Okay. That could have been so much worse if it was the other Liliana. just like go from super far ahead to oh we're just dead now. Okay. Yeah, so gonna run this out. That is not great. That is not great at all. Bowman's pretty good. So definitely don't want this. I think I just don't need either land. Maybe I just don't need this Thoughtseize. Yep. You kept them all on top, which in general, if you keep all of your spells on top with... Maybe it just puts them in a random... Oh, maybe it puts them at the top of the graveyard. That's weird. It, like, puts them at the top of the graveyard and then doesn't tell you that it's putting them there. That's super weird. That is non-intuitive. This also is great. Oh, God. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to take 10 here and go to 2, which is pretty scary. But now I like can't cast his Thoughtseize. That's pretty rough. But he can't really cast like anything in his deck. But it does not matter. I think so. I'm going to play this. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. All right. That was unfortunate. Yeah, it's possible. Actually, the line would probably was kill the Tarmogoyf. Like, he can't recast. Yeah, that was definitely a punt. Like, if I kill the Tarmogoyf, he can't even recast it with the Lily. And the Lily's not going to... Yeah. I think I messed that one up. That's okay, though. Yeah, I think I should have Dreadbore. Thinking back on it, I was like, I don't want him to just spin it back with the Liliana, but that's not a thing because I have my Blood Moon in play, and he just like can't cast anything because he didn't leave up Ghost Quarter, which I think is wrong, but that is what he decided to do. We can trim a Bolt here. Do this. I think Blood Moon's very good in this matchup. Obviously, we just like died to a 7-power Goyf because I'm dumb. But if I had not been dumb, or if my opponent had been less lucky, like you really got to pick one of those. You gotta either your opponent has to be less lucky, or you have to play well. I think Blood Moon just locks out so many games. Yeah, it definitely does, and it definitely, you know, it is good to reflect on the things you could have done better. And also to realize that, like, sometimes you're just going to get burned, right? Like, if I did not have the Blood Moon, I think it's correct to kill Liliana, because if we just kill the Goyf and attack Liliana, he spins down and buys back the Goyf, we're in such a worse position. But because I knew that my opponent had specifically Blood Moon, or because I knew I had Blood Moon and they had no colored mana outside of white, which, like, again, we can look at the deck list. It doesn't cast anything. It casts like exactly Path to Exile, and we're just not beating a path in that position. Our Ancestral was not very good. So, all right. Hopefully, I would like to play first. This is a hand. I think this is fine. I think, like, saying it's fine, I'm just gonna like never draw a land, but I think it's fine. Definitely don't care about Path. I do care about Liliana with the Veil, because I think that I'm going to, like my opponent is probably gonna be lower in resources than I am. Oh, they had a Shriek Maw too. Okay, that's interesting. By interesting, I mean I know it's a card they play. I just didn't see it. Okay, so they play this. Yep. Yep. Just going super well. Maybe this was a mulligan. It's possible it was a mulligan. Ah. Oh, dang. My opponent gets the Swamp? Oh, no. Because, I don't know, we have like 3 pieces of interaction. I think mulliganing is pretty bad against the lots of discard deck anyway. But it's possible it was wrong. This doesn't do anything. And, like, even if we hit next turn, we're in a perfectly fine spot. We have a ton of gas in our hand we can deploy. I don't think it's too bad. This is pretty bad. Kinda. I hope my opponent like does something dumb like go to combat before activating this thing. Nah. Like, I don't actually think we're particularly far behind here. Like we could very easily, let's see, stacking me, bolt this thing. Yeah. Like here, we can kill Liliana next turn, buy back Pyromancer. Now we're just like right back in the game. I think there are matchups where you definitely can't keep that hand because bricking, they're just going to kill you. But I think this matchup is slow enough that I just want to make sure, like, if it's any hand that has a chance of being functional, I think I just want to keep it. And I had enough 1-mana spells that I thought that hand could be functional. Buy back this, kill that. Interesting. I don't think I cast this. I think I want to cast it. I think I wish that it was correct to cast it, but I do not think it is. I think if this does not fetch a basic forest, it is correct to cast it. Yeah. So basically, I would be in a disadvantage under the Blood Moon because I can't cast these Lingering Souls, while he can cast pretty much anything in his deck except for. Oh, he's gonna Shriek Maw me. Bang. All right. And just gonna respond to this with a bolt up or bolt on this guy. Make sure I get my token. Yeah, and now I'm just, just need to draw into a white source. Faithless Looting would obviously be an insane draw here. Mountain is not insane, but it does allow me to run out this, which is not super impactful. But if he has, future Lingering Souls, whatever, it could still be good. I think I already have one guaranteed discard to Dreadbore, so I don't feel like I need a second. If I had been able to get this down the turn before, he would not have Delirium, which would have been obviously great. Oh my god. Oh my god, he has so many things. What the f... Oh yeah, he has that too, okay. White source, please. Okay. He's a Path Exile in his hand. Alright, so what's my play here? Oh, he can't. Yeah, so I think because of that I want to do this. I want to take his path. And I want to flashback spirits. I want to play this, and I want to pass the turn. Push is definitely what we're going for here. So basically, we need to kill this Grimflayer, and then I need to deal with this Tarmogoyf. Oh, they go over here. Okay. He drew another good card. Oh my god. Alright, I don't think we can beat that. Do not have like a Damnation or anything in this deck. Yeah, so that actually could have been okay if he hadn't drawn this. We could have flashed this back, chumped here. Nah, probably would have died anyway. Yeah. I think the Abzan deck is pretty good in the mid-range mirrors, obviously. They have a lot of very powerful creatures. I think that I probably could have won game 1 with slightly better play. I think game 2, I could have mulliganed the hand. But I think... And so... I think the fact that I should have mulligan is probably higher because I have Leyline in my deck. I think if I don't have Leyline, I think it's a good keep. I think since I do have Leyline, it's so important to get that. Like, that just kind of locks out their entire deck. Good chance it was correct to mulligan there. But I think the keep was justifiable. I don't think it was wrong. I think it definitely... I think we drew about average. I think our opponent... Yeah, I don't know. I think missing the white source was what put us like pretty far behind. Maybe if we had had that, we would have been able to have a bit more life. But I'm not sure if that means we're beating the Rhino anyway. It's also hard because like their deck just like has very good top decks, right? Like that's how the deck is constructed in such a way that you will basically always have good top decks. See what we can do here. All right. So here's the plan. We're going to take this. We're going to take the other Cathartic Reunion. We're going to lose game 1. And then we're going to hope to mulligan into Leyline post board. Yeah. We definitely just like are never going to win if they get this Cathartic off, so yeah, we also aren't ever going to win if they play this Conflagrate, but I think yeah, so we take Cathartic. Both Cathartic and Conflagrate are very rough cards for this deck to beat. Oh, right. They can just do that. Well, that's much slower. So I think we have a chance of beating that. Put 3 power on the board this turn. See what he's got here. We'll pop this out. Alright, all those cards suck. Because he doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't have a Dredger. So I don't think he can Faithless Looting this turn. He can Conflagrate me for a bunch. He can just Conflagrate me for 1. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, now they're just playing like weird graveyard control. It's probably just gonna get there, which is kind of unfortunate. I think I want to hold this bolt here. I don't think we get a ton of value playing it out. Whereas being a all right, so now the basic game is, can we find a win before our opponent is able to really go off? And Faithless Looting in the bin is going to make it pretty hard. But I am up to the challenge. I think we keep this Blood Crypt in case we draw Faithless Looting. That's probably going to bury us. In fact, I think I'm just gonna pack it in. That is Yeah, I think I'm just going to pack it into that. Alright, so that game 1 matchup's really bad. We have some ley lines. These cards are all bad. I think Bridge is pretty good. I think these cards are pretty bad. Actually, I think Fatal Push is... Get rid of Dreadbore. We'll get rid of 3 Fatal Push. And we'll put in these Brutalities because sometimes they can go face. Yeah, and basically the plan here is hope that either Leyline or Bridge, ideally Leyline, just locks him out of the game and they never get cast a spell. Or I guess they can like cast a couple spells, but nothing that really allows them to gain traction. I think if this is a matchup you're expecting to face, your best bet is probably just not play Mardu. I think this matchup's really bad. But I think we have a chance post-board, and we just want to mulligan pretty aggressively for our Leyline of the Void because this is so integral to this matchup. The ideal hand is Leyline of the Void plus discard spell to strip their Nature's Claim or whatever that they could have kept against you. Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. So we got that one. Let's see if we can run it back. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. You keep everything with Leyline. That is the rule. And sometimes they have it and you lose. Yeah. Sometimes we're like definitely not gonna win with this hand now, but you keep your hands that have Leyline. And sometimes you don't get there. Part of the issue with this matchup is that conflict rate is just such a beating versus our infinite little dudes deck. They do not have a dredger. So that is a little ray of sunshine for us. That Blood Crypt was wrong, because I need to fetch a white in order to cast a Slingering Souls next turn. And now I cannot both catch Now I cannot both fetch a white and have this come into play untapped. This doesn't really matter, but I think... Well, yeah, because if this was in my hand, then I might, in some ridiculous universe, want to play it out. And now I cannot. I would have discarded that. So they don't have anything. They do not have a dredger. So still do not have a dredger. If we draw like a Leyline this turn, we're actually pretty in it. We did not. We're just gonna triple kick this, not because triple kicking it is particularly good, but because all of the cards in our hand do not do anything. Alright. Alright, spirits. Go! Go, spirits! Fly! What? How did he... Oh, he just cast it. Sure. Okay. Fly, spirits! Leave this in case we draw the draw thing. They might just conflagrate us here. That would not surprise me. Just like 2 mana, kill Young Pyromancer. It's unlikely it's going to get much better than that. Yeah. Fly, spirits! I think holding 2 lands is unnecessary. I think there are situations where I could want all of these lands. I think I actually want to hold that. My opponent could draw a Narcomoeba, and then I would want to cast this Brutality. And I think it's, if they play any discard, it's Thoughtseize, and then Thoughtseizing this Collective Brutality. I think I can beat that. Alright, so... Nope, I want to double cast this. And now I think they're dead. I don't know what they can draw here. I don't exactly remember what was going on, but playing this Dakmor salvage, I think might have cost them the match. Because if they had had even a little bit of dredging going on, they may have been able to come back from that. I'm not sure if maybe that was their only land drop, or if they felt they had to play it. I don't exactly remember, but it's possible that was wrong. But more importantly, we kept it was like 6 land Thoughtseize, right? Or maybe it was 5 land. Yeah, it was 5 land Thoughtseize Leyline, and they blew up our Leyline, and then we won because Mardu is great. Yeah. Sand is good. This probably wants to get red-white. They might look into 5. 5. God. Okay. All right. So they mulligan to 5, but they're playing Tron. So we are probably dead regardless, but we will give it. We will give it our best. This is what I call the false hope Tron draw, which is where they just draw terribly, and then your deck is slow and you lose anyway. It has happened to me on more than one occasion. But if we are to beat a slow, not very good Tron hand where they mulligan a bunch and then I took their expedition map, the way to do it would be with turn 2 Young Pyromancer into that. This, I think, is correct. All right. We need a land to play the Blood Moon. We need a land to play the Blood Moon, and then we can probably win. We need a land to play the Blood Moon, and we can probably win. And it's gonna be great. And our opponent can't cast spells. And we have a basic plains, so we can cast our spells. I am running 2 Lilies main and 3 Brutality. 3 Brutality, 2 Lilies. I think what I'm shaving on from a normal list is I think some lists play 3 Kolaghan's commands. Let me board for this matchup actually, and then I will elaborate on that. So I think this stuff is good for. I think this guy is actually the best card versus Tron. It does so much damage when they are cycling and stuff, and I think that these are bad, and I think these are bad, and that means that we have this many cards. We need to cut one more. I think Lily's also not very good. Okay. All right. So basically, a big problem this deck has is dealing with large creatures. Between Young Pyromancer, Lingering Souls, all the spot removal, we have no problem dealing with a bunch of small creatures, but like a Tarmogoyf, I don't know if you were here for the first match. Tarmogoyf can be a... Yeah, you were here for the first match, so Tarmogoyf can be an issue. And Liliana provides us a way of dealing with Tarmogoyf and other large threats like that while also being applicable in matchups where you don't necessarily need large creature removal, because large creatures are actually not a huge part of Modern. They're just an important... They're just a weakness this deck has. So you don't want to overboard on Terminates and then play against the rest of Modern where Terminate isn't very good and where you need to be more proactive. I think over the normal list, he's just like not going to play a land. Okay, played a land. It is possible that I should have looting to try to find a discard spell on this turn. Discarding spells to help cast Reveler. You mean it's like synergy with Lily? I think that's part of it too. I think that on average, when you discard a card, it is better for you than when your opponent discards a card, which is what you want when you're playing Lily, obviously. Yeah, they just like have it on turn 3. So hopefully they don't have anything too good. Because, so you have like, okay, so if you discard, say, Lingering Souls, you're not discarding a full card. You're getting a little bit of value back. If you discard a Faithless Looting, it's similar. Yeah, I don't know what he's playing. Okay, this is fine. This is beatable. Yeah, discarding Souls, Faithless, and also you just have a bunch of cards in this deck that are very situational, right? So you have Blood Moon, you have like your second Liliana, you have Leyline in some matches. The way the deck is constructed, you have a large number of very high impact cards that aren't going to come up super often. This is annoying. I think I go for this here. Don't think I need 2 discard spells. Don't think I need this land. I probably should have gone for this before. Oh my god, that's so many Oblivion Stones. Alright, so Silver Scrying doesn't do anything. O Stone obviously does. My opponent has 3 Oblivion Stones. This card is why Blood Moon actually isn't very good against Tron, because they just play this on 3 and then pop it on 5, and if you don't have the answer for it that turn, then like what are you even doing? So this is getting a bolt at some point anyway, so I'm just gonna bolt now. Oh, I guess. So this is interesting. So now you're going to pop this. And I wasn't thinking about this when I did my play, but I think there's a decent chance that's what I wanted to do, because I think I wanted him to pop it on my turn. Take Oakstone. So this is an example of Bob and Cheese does not think through his plays and then just gets super rewarded. Yeah, so it does do that, Rogue. But the other thing it does is that it allows me to play my turn without having to worry about them popping O-Stone, right? Because if I don't do it, they're just not going to pop the O-Stone until my end of turn, and now they've basically time-walked me. I think Nature's Claim is the card I want to take here. I think Scrying doesn't do anything at this point. Yeah, so we're basically just trying to draw a land destruction spell here, or another Blood Moon, because our opponent is drawing very live, just the most live. Just God bless. God bless. Is that the fourth O-Stone, the fabled fourth O-Stone? Oh God. Okay. Play this. At least, I don't know, man. Like, if it was Ulamog, I would have gotten to concede. So that's definitely some value I left on the table there. Okay. It's basically an extension of that quote. Oh, God. Oh, this is, by the way, why I have both Wear Tears in the board. Because I think that O-Stone is such an important card in this matchup if my plan is to try to Blood Moon them. Oh, God. Oh, God. How am I going to beat that? I didn't think about this. This means I should have taken... So, I don't think it would have mattered. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. We give up. We give up. He wanted it more. All right. That's actually a fairly common thing. I've forgotten that people are doing that, but it's definitely a thing that people are doing. It does not surprise me to see that card in their list. I think it did well at a GP or something, and now it's like pretty stock. Yeah, it's, you know, there are definitely matchups where, you know, the game just goes on to turn forever, and if you just make a 2/2 every turn, and your opponent, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, because on the one hand, it's been good against me when I've played it, but on the other hand, I'm like staring them down with some cryptic commands, and I feel like they shouldn't need help to beat my cryptic commands, but maybe I don't know what's up. Alright, so this is pretty... Molten Rain is actually much better than Blood Moon. Because Molten Rain stops them from getting back into it. Okay, so... God, this hand is shit. Oh my God. Yeah, that's fair. I really want to take this Ancient Stirrings. Like, I really want to take the Ancient Stirrings, but I'm gonna take the O-Stone. Oh, look at me. Look at me rewarded for being a responsible Magic player and taking the O-Stone that I can't ever beat. I don't know why Vint Stirring's on 1. Maybe they're trying to rip the turn 3 Tron. Maybe they're just a man like that. I can appreciate someone who's just gonna man up. I think I don't need this Blood Moon. I think that the clock is more important. And I think with that in mind, the correct take there is Sylvan Scrying. Because I just want to play this Pyromancer and beat as hard as I can. Now they're casting Stirrings. They have a Karn. I minimized it. Pretend I didn't do that. It is very possible here I do not draw the third land. And then I die. But I'm going to hope that doesn't happen. Yep. Land? Land. Land is good. They always have the second tower. I think there was an argument for taking the Thragtusk, but I think I've resigned myself to if they get to that much mana, I'm just dead anyway. We got there. We got there. We beat Tron. We beat Dredge. We're just running up the terrible matchups. Yes, yes, that is also true. If they get like a Tron halfway through their turn and they've already tapped the tower, they're down 1 mana, which is definitely relevant when they have when one of their things are trying to cast a 5-drop. Like tower plus other Tron piece is 5 mana. It's obviously not 5 mana if you do it with just Power Plant and Mine. Something that might be interesting in this deck is Alpine Moon, but I think I just like the Stone Rains better. I think cutting them off mana, like maximum mana, is pretty valuable, and I think that's also what you want to be doing in the control matchups. I think versus like Blue-White and Jeskai, there are just so many hands where they keep them and their hand is like nothing, 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 4 drops. And if you can just Stone Rain them twice, you just get so far ahead, it's kind of hard to lose. Dude, I tried playing Ponza, but you actually just can't beat like anything. If anything resolves, like if they play a Tarmogoyf, it just doesn't matter what you do. You're just dead. Like it doesn't matter what you do for the rest of the game. Yes, they're better versus O-Stone. They're better versus like the more mid-rangey threats, because we're not killing our opponent before they can cast a oh, this deck. Okay. These all do the same thing. So we're gonna Blood Moon this guy. I don't know, man. They're maniac. I'm just gonna Blood Moon this guy. Get stuffed. All right. Kambal's good. I don't think these do anything, even though they destroy artifacts. Alright, I think Dreadbore is sorcery speed, so it's some nonsense. I think this is probably nonsense, even though it was really fun. This probably comes in. Maybe this is just better than Brutality. Just get him. Just get him. No, I don't think so. I think they have a non-zero number of like actual spells in their deck for this to take. They don't, and they have some versions have like Geist and shit. So I want Lilies for that. Yeah, Lilies for that, or just like, yeah. They definitely have Retract. That is a combo piece. This hand is bad. This hand is worse. This hand is also bad. Yeah, whatever. Alright, plan. Lily's on top. Lily is on the top of the library. And I think when you have mulligan to 4 and you see something resembling a plan, you just gotta go for it. And Lily is resembling a plan. Oh god. Oh god, guys. Guys, there's a chance. Yeah. Aw. I was kind of hoping. Ooh. I don't think Lily actually has text here. Because I have Lightning Bolt, I'm going to hold that up. Alright guys, 3-1. Going for that 4-0. Oh god. Nah man, see this? Magic Online competitive league. We're playing the most competitive Magic that you are allowed to play. My opponent spent $12 to enter this league. Oh god. All right. We have beaten. I think this match was probably pretty good for us. Abstractly, I think our opponent definitely could have beat both of the hands we had. I don't think my game 1 hand was very well set up.
Hi, I'm home.
Hey, you. What's up?
Are you streaming?
I am streaming.
No, I'm gonna tell you the story anyway.
All right. What story you're telling me?
So I'm driving in.
Okay.
And there's this guy.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All black clothes.
All black clothes.
Headphones.
Headphones.
Ponytail.
Like how long?
Like ponytail.
Okay, all the way down.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's carrying a pack of Sunkissed, like the big long kind.
Okay.
And he's walking like this down the apartment complex.
Okay.
With his Sunkissed.
Okay.
Like with this angry expression on his face.
Sounds like he's having a hard time.
He was like, you'd have to see this guy. He's like this like angsty, like, I don't know, teenage dude with his Sunkissed. It's funny.
People are weird, man. I am
around here.
I am done with this after this match. And then you want to hang out?
Okay.
Okay.
Our groceries are coming soon too.
Sweet.
Did Aurora try to get out the door when you came home?
No.
I opened the door and half her body was out the door before I even like saw her.
It's coming for you.
But she's trying to escape.
She's trying to get
We
you.
have to get her microchipped. Has she been in this windowsill all night?
No, she has not been in the windowsill at all. I don't think she likes it when it's not all the way down.
No, she does, because she was doing it every 10 minutes when I was home.
Well, maybe she just respects me more.
I don't think that's true. I think she just likes to fuck with me more. She knows that I'm gonna get mad. You don't get mad.
I guess that's
She's
true.
like a 2-year-old throwing her temper tantrum, only for the parent that's gonna.
She very easily took her meds today.
Were you good?
I just sat her
Are you
down.
well behaved when Nick is home?
I put it by her face. She was being too rambunctious, so I was like, all right, we're like make her like me less.
Did you give her food afterwards?
Nope.
You didn't give her her treat?
No, I didn't think about it.
She's not going to take them willingly if you don't give her her treat. She's not supposed to take them with food. That's the other reason to give her the treat.
I'm sorry about that. She probably deserves treat.
If she pukes later...
I didn't actually know where the treats were.
If she pukes later, it's your fault.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. You get to clean it up.
Okay.
Alright, have fun.
Alright, bye. Love you. Why would I dox you, Rose? Rogue? Because you are spreading the gospel of my stream to the people of Hooglid Discord so that they will come and watch. Oh. Gotcha. Alright, playing against Abzan again. We lost to Abzan round 1. And then followed it up with this powerful draw. This is not Abzan. I mean, it is an Abzan deck, but it is not what I was thinking. I don't know what I'm doing about this. They kill my only... By the way, I don't know if that other guy, Real Driver, is still in the chat, but this is why you have Lily. Because I just have no way of taking this off the board. And it's probably going to kill me. Oh, you're still here. Sweet. Depending on their hand, I could have seen possibly ghost quartering this swamp. Alright, well, that's fine. We are just trying to race here. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. So this is the... We're so far behind, I think the only way we win the game is by getting super aggressive attack. And the way that works is basically if you are aggressive enough, all of the extra cards your opponent has does not matter because ideally you can kill them. Oh dang, that's... You're a maniac, man. Alright, what am I doing here? Alright. 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 See what we got here. Brutality? Brutality. Okay. Basically that was the plan. It did not work out. Do I think Leyline is good? I do not think Leyline is good because it looks like my opponent has like tracker and stuff. Thank you for the follow. And also, thank you for the host, Marty Punker. I appreciate you. We are playing some Mardu Pyromancer. We are 2-1 in this league. Trying to battle it out. My soul tells me Yeah, man, I got a camera. It came in the mail. It has 1080p. I don't know if that like actually gets streamed. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're just gonna keep this hand and hope. Yeah. It is possible these brutalities should have been Stone Rains. Yeah, it's just like a normal Logitech. Nothing super exciting. It probably has a lot of basics. It was probably wrong to leave in all these. All these thingies, but yeah, I mean, it seems to have a good picture. Have been happy with it so far. They do. Sacred Foundry, cast Ancestral Vision, and cast Brainstorm. It casts them both. Well, that was sad. Rar. Rar. Our opponent has no green mana. Okay. Yep. Exactly. They even cast Force of Will. Alright. When in doubt, burn them out. I don't think I've seen either. It looks pretty good, though. Definitely. That's sad. Rar. Rar. I know what this matchup is about. This matchup is about minusing Liliana on your opponent's empty board. Oh no. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, he's 5. I have Faithless Looting, Lightning Bolt, and Brutality in the yard. But more importantly, my opponent is at 7. So there is a chance that he is unable to beat it enough with the Shambling Vent. No! No! My Reveler! No! He was so young. Alright, plus this now. Deal. Alright. We still have a chance. Basically our chance... Oh god, does that give lifelink? Yeah, we're dead. Alright. Dead. Super dead. Nothing we could have done. nothing we could have done. Yeah. Alright. So, died to Abzan twice. Bigger, greedier nonsense is the basic weakness of this deck is somebody who's just going like slower and not playing counter spells, so our like random beats with Pyromancer are just going to end the game. But overall, did pretty well. Did 4-1 into 3-2. I think this is the build I'd go with the deck going forward. I think all these cards are very good. Yeah, that is the mistake we made, and I think competitive leagues in general are actually pretty grindy. I think there's a lot of people wanting to play control decks, which is probably just because those are the decks that, at least in my experience, are the decks that are more fun to play. You know, over and over again. You're only buying so many decks, and you just want to keep grinding whatever deck that is. People usually like decks that have a bit of a higher curve, a bit more decision points over the games. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out to watch. If you enjoyed the stream, please throw me a follow. It allows you to see what I'm streaming again. And if I hit 3 more follows, I get to become a Twitch, not a partner, but the partner where they don't pay you yet. Affiliate. I get to be one of those, and I really appreciate it. All right, thanks guys. You have a good day.